part of the video game where you first play and it's hard and you're working it out. Yes, come down. Great work, put it on. Put the bib on, young man, please. Man on. Wait, man on. Lovely pass.
I'm done, Ollie. I'm lucky.
Got it down, put it on.
I'm done, Ollie.
So now two teams have levelled up. Okay, so they're playing on the same difficulty level. So all this is learning by doing, by practicing, yes. Why?
Can I work something out?
They are.
Challenge yourself to maybe do something
Good work.
So if you've got the ball and you run with it 5 times, as an example, just give them a challenge.
Okay. My personal view with this approach at the moment is because the mission was as a team. So as a team, can you try and score the most spectacular goals? They've still got a part to play even though they're wearing a bib. Because they might be the creator of a goal. Or they might win the ball back and then set up a counter-attack. And also, they haven't asked to be challenged. Again, that was us as coaches thinking, oh, they've done something, I better try and make it different. Yeah. Yeah, so the person who's got a bib can still be the goal scorer, but then they would just have to give that bib to a teammate. Okay, now that's really important when we're working with kids because we don't want the kid who's did that touch the bib? Yeah. If it touched it, you can take it. Okay. It's really important that the person that it's really important, sorry guys, that the rule is that if you've got a bib, you can still score and achieve a bib for a teammate, because you wouldn't want the struggling kid to be quite clearly the one that still can't achieve the bib. Yeah. Very good point. Exactly. And they use each other's strengths to achieve the mission. That's the key, recognising each other's strengths and weaknesses. I said I wasn't going to pause it and I haven't. I'm letting it play, okay?
Points for later.
So the players? I'm actually not. I don't suspect that they're going to ask to be challenged on the first time of me pausing the game. If they do, and when they do, yeah, I'm going to have something up here. So I think they're going to ask to cheat. Okay, I'm going to go with the game's over. Okay, it's not being paused, the game's over. Okay. Time! Time! Boys, just come in. Okay, you just played that game for a total of probably around 6 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay. Okay, it's just you and the game. I wasn't coming in and affecting you, was I? No, good. By the way, we have, is it 3?
Yeah.
So the blues haven't reached your mission yet, but you're on level 3, which is good. Okay, yellows on level 1, still in the game, still got 5 more bibs to get. Okay. By the way, there is a boss level at the end, so if you knock down all of the bibs, there is going to be a boss level for you to try and complete as well. Alright, now in your teams, I want you to try and have a chat, decide what you think you need out of these 3 things in order to be more successful in the game. Okay, so go away in your team, I'll put the tactics board there and you can decide what you think you need. I've asked both teams to decide, but I'm actually going to only allow one team to use. I'm going to choose the team that's struggling. The other team, I just want them to go through the process of actually talking about that and what they think they need. The reason for I couldn't let both teams access it at the same time because it could completely change the makeup of the game a little bit too much. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, time's up. I need you to come and tell me what you need. What do you guys think you need?
Change.
Okay.
Like the way we're just like shooting, we're not actually aiming for anything. We're also going to change it in like to give them the trouble. We're going to switch positions over.
Okay, so you're thinking about changing the way you play?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually going to challenge you to rethink about that. So if you were going to choose to change, I want you to actually try and change the playing area and the design of how the area looks as opposed to how you're playing, because I'd like to think that you do that anyway. So I'm giving you an opportunity now to think about, if you were to change the way this pitch looks, whether it be the bibs, the angle of the goals, you can think of it. It would help you to get them down.
The bottom thing, do you think it will come off on the floor? It's like it's on the floor.
Okay, would you like to go and change that?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go. Yeah. What do you guys think you need? You can't choose 2.
No, same time.
We need to
You're going to change at the moment. Remember, you can only use it once. If you're using it now, that's it, it's been used.
Oh,
okay.
put it up above the run. Yeah.
Okay, so just to reiterate, you can only use, I didn't mention this before, that's my fault, you can only use these once. So you've used your change now. Okay? What would you like to use? Why?
Because of where we usually shoot, we're going to move the bibs so that they are more in the area where we shoot, so we can knock them down easily.
Their bibs?
Yeah.
Your bibs? The ones you're scoring in?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Everyone in your team in agreement with that? Yeah. Okay, off you go then. Go and sort it out. Go and change it. I actually changed my mind. I allowed both teams to access it.
Question for you. The basics they go through, you're not.
Nope. So
Your perception was that they were struggling, but the biggest one target to it.
that was my perception, yeah. They got a smaller target, the bibs are closer together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think that makes it easier or harder?
I think it's the fact that doesn't ripple like that. No one says that.
That's a very good point. Yeah. Yeah, very good point. So yeah, they both chose to change. Both teams wanted to change it. That's been done twice now. They can't use it again. So the blue team changed the bib that they thought they couldn't hit into a place where they thought it would be more likely to get. The yellow's copied,
So they've also,
okay, which is not.
they've also just pushed them over.
Yeah. Brilliant. Finding ways of manipulating the rules. Love it. Yeah, brilliant. So now, the next time they come in, they're going to be thinking, I think I'm going to have to cheat due to the fact that those bits are so close together, right? Well, that's what I'm anticipating. We don't know. Okay, let's play.
Instead of hitting one bid, you hit like 3 or 4. Would that be exceptional cheat? Yeah.
I personally, for today's game, have put down a specific cheat, which is take a player.
Oh, it says it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then what, you did that on your, you say you like run it?
Yeah, you got an overload.
Scotland the other week.
There's the ball in the goal! Can you see them talking? Can you hear what they're actually talking about? Giving information around what you could do in order to finish the ball. The type of finish. Goalkeeper was telling his outfield player. Ball's here! Ball's here!
Oh, scored! Oh, no, get a bib.
Not quite. Okay, rest there, boys. Come over. Got a little addition to the game for you. All right, so this is going to be a superpower that your team can access when your team have possession of the football. Okay, so you'll be playing like you've just been doing, but that will be on the floor somewhere on the pitch. Okay, so if your team have the ball, so if we're on the same team and you've just won possession of the ball back, straight away someone from my team can quickly cut this superpower. Okay, what that will do is, if the person with the ball and the superpower scores a goal, you automatically can take a bib. Doesn't matter if a bib falls down or not.
So you get two. Say a bib one.
Oh, just get the one. So then you get two. Yeah.
There's a certain amount of time you can do something like that.
Just until your team then lose possession.
When you lose it,
So if then I get tackled or whatever, I'll just okay, I have to drop the bib. It's not mine anymore. Someone from your team can.
One of your guys pulling off.
yeah, boys, don't lose it.
Oh yeah, pick it up. Oh yeah.
Okay. So exactly the same. We'll sit on the same levels, level 3 and level 1. Okay. Ready to play? Did you guys hear that? Are you serious? I thought I was speaking loudly. See if you can identify what they're doing. I won't tell you, see if you can see what they're doing. Play!
It's because your back's to us, that's why we can't hear you. When you're
Yeah, I might have to get them to come all the way over to you.
Might be a bit easier.
And I'll stand here. You can come round and get close if you want. If you see me doing that. Don't know about that. Who's got the power? Can you get the power? Good. Get forward, you've got that power. Drop the bib if you lose possession. Okay, so I'll reiterate that again because I know I had my back to you. So the superpower is the red bib. If my team have possession of the ball, someone on my team can pick up the superpower. What that gives you is the opportunity to hit the back of the net and still take a bib, even if the bib doesn't actually fall on the floor. Okay? I gave them that.
Possession of the ball, when your team's in possession.
Yeah, when your team's in possession, you can pick up the power.
We lose possession, we need to superpower.
Yes, you have to just drop it.
So that's why they would do the other teams have the ball back.
Probably. Just anywhere where you see it on the floor. So like now, he's realised that he can pick it up because his team had possession of the ball.
I think it was your bid then, isn't it?
Person on the ball.
That's his person.
Yeah. But then it challenges them to think about how can they best use this person with the superpower.
Ollie, drop it! Ollie, drop it! Shoot!
Well done, fantastic, get yourself a bib. It hasn't quite fallen off, so you can only take the one. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did anyone hear what the goalkeeper just said? Take a different one. So they're strategising.
Which one to take?
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, hard.
If the bib falls off, do we get two?
Yeah. The key to this, the very good learners will realise letting the other team a problem. He gave it to him. Doesn't count if it is a side netting. You can put that bib back. Can you get forward? What a shot! That would have been truly spectacular. Who's got the superpower? Why is it being used? It's quite a difficult skill for them to be able to realise that the power is not being used. So for them to be able to realise we've just won the ball back, where's the power? That's quite a lot to think about. Okay, which is, from my perspective, is good because I'm really challenging their thinking. Yes, yeah. What does the superpower also do for the players that are maybe struggling in this game? Yeah, it gives them a chance to actually feel what success might be like, because actually, even if they don't get a bid, they're still getting some success because of the superpower. done, boys. Good work. Very good. I've been informed by the coaches that I'm blocking their view a little bit, so I'm going to stand this side. Okay. Shall we shuffle a bit that way so they can hear us? Because I'm a bit conscious I'm a little bit quiet. Okay. So coming close. You guys managed to get up to level 4 in there, didn't you? Which is good. Was that from the superpower?
Yeah.
Who was it that was successful? Can you talk me through when you picked up that power, how you used it?
Going forward, you're attacking. You've got an attacking towards the line.
Okay. Good. I saw you make a really good forward run when you got it. And you were very brave and you just said, I don't care, I'm going to try it. And you did a little dribble and a really good thing. Okay, so use this. It's really, really effective. It's going to help you in the game. Okay, be brave, pick it up and go for it. Okay. You've both used the opportunity to change the game. All right. So you both now have an opportunity to either use cheat or challenge. Do you know what the cheat is?
No.
The cheat is that you can take a player from the other team. Okay? The challenge is something that I will set your team. Okay? It might not be the same. I might set you a specific challenge and I might set you guys a specific challenge. So you can go away now, really quickly, 30 seconds and decide what you want. Yeah, guys, would you like to go and get yourself a quick drink first? Yeah?
Okay, I'm gonna go get a drink.
And then when you come back, you can let me know what you've chosen. Yeah? What time did we get out of here, chap? We've been playing for 25 plus 20, it's 45 minutes of play. It's probably only been stopped.
I reckon we'll start about 10 past.
40 minutes of gameplay. Oh, going smaller. 35 minutes of gameplay, and probably stopped. I would say over 5 minutes if you added up all the counts. But we're looking at 75% ball rolling concept. I think you can maximise that even more in this type of practice. You can get it really high up because you could do just like 10 minutes gameplay and then bring them in. I've been doing slightly smaller just because I'm here to help you guys and not necessarily them. Exactly.
Would it be a change to like change everything?
You've already used your change.
Yeah, no,
Could we have done that?
You could have, yeah. The coaches on the side actually wondered why you hadn't.
Yeah, we do.
Because they could see quite clearly that it's much easier to score down there.
We have to like swap our bits over when we get them.
What have you decided to use? Challenge or cheat?
Challenge.
You want to challenge, yeah? You're not opting for the cheat?
No.
No, we're going to say that's the last. Tactical.
Okay, you might not have time then.
Smash it in the back of the ball. I'll read the last one.
Do you want the challenge? Okay, your challenge is, as a team, can you try to make clever combinations? What does that mean, clever combinations? Could be a 1-2.
Guns.
Good, yeah. Can you try and make clever combinations before you finish? Okay, and I want to see at least 3 different types of combinations.
Is that like a condition so we can only score if we do that?
No. It's just a challenge. Can you try? Okay. Yeah?
Smash it in the back of the net as well.
You can still do a smash in the back of the net, yes. So it's just a challenge for you. Okay? What have you gone for?
Challenge.
Really? You don't want to cheat?
We want it to be cheap, but then we think,
You know, you've only got 5 minutes until it ends.
I don't think cheat.
this is our last round.
I don't want to
Yes, this is the last round. This is probably going to be the last round.
Yeah, but do you really want to win by cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay. Challenge is, can you try to score from inside the penalty area, the 6-yard box? From inside. Okay? You don't have to, but that's your challenge. Can you try to?
If we get
Don't get anything.
if it's a rebound,
Did they use cheats?
No. Okay, let's play. Go. Really interesting. They both opted not to use the cheat.
What was the cheat?
To take someone else's player and put them on your team.
Oh, over.
Yeah.
Because they both use it at the same time.
What's the challenge?
The cheats. Yeah. In the past, I haven't allowed both teams to utilise them both at the same time because I thought it might get a bit difficult for myself to keep up with. But today, I guess because they're a bit older than what I used to working with, it's been fine.
What's the challenge then?
Yeah. So,
Did they pick the challenge?
they picked. I told them the challenge. In fact, though if I was better planned, I could have definitely had a choice, and they could have picked one. Probably a better idea.
So what?
So I set the blue team. Can you try and score from inside the 6-yard box?
Well, I don't know.
By hitting the bib.
Well, fascinating here, Amy. That's your benefit. If you've got a team of defenders against a team of attackers,
The blues are defenders.
all defenders.
Okay, interesting. And then the other team's challenge was to try and show me as many combinations as you can. So I said, can you show me at least 3 types of combinations before you finish?
Are the Blues going to score in the 6-yard box?
Yes. Well, no, it's not they can't only, it's can you try to. But they can still score from anywhere.
Right.
But,
You think they wanted to stop on the side? They've got no attackers in the team.
Can you define combination?
yeah, we spoke about what it could look like, and what do you think their first example was?
1-2.
1-2. Yeah. So 1-2, we had. It's not. Say it again.
Like that's. Yeah, I think if you said that, what's the combination to most people? They go, oh yeah, cheeky 1-2.
1-2, yeah, of course, yeah. That's what they said, yeah.
Yeah, we did it last night with the girls actually, and they said exactly the same thing.
Yeah, so they said 1-2, and I said, can you think of any more? Someone said triangles.
Yeah.
Someone said overlaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the type of thing I'm looking for. I didn't go into a lot of detail around how they might do it. I just said, that's their pictures, you go for it, type of thing.
Let's go. You go on. Hey, mind the ball.
No, he's on the team defending that goal. Sorry, the team shooting in that goal.
He's the only one that scores.
Yeah. Because that shows the levels that they're on. Yeah, no, it's my fault. Hello. Yeah, you get to mine. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be off on the dot. Superpowers back in the game. Get it. We're getting the ball in, here we go. There's 2 superpowers now. Can we try and score from inside that penalty area? Again, keep trying. As many times as you can from inside there. Oh, lovely scoop. That forward run into the 6-yard box, brilliant. Yellows, what might we need to help? Too late. Fantastic cross. Very, very good. Have to get spare ball, coaches. Georgie! Good. Good. There's 2 superpowers in there now, just to try and add up a little bit more opportunity to get that final bid for the Blues, but to get back in the game for the Yellows.
Still, only if you've got possession.
Only if you've got possession can you pick up the powers. Look at the forward runs that these powers create are really, really good. Very good finish, and we've got a superpower, get the bid! Not quite. Out of time, okay. Boys, come over, we've got only a very short period of time left. Blues did fantastically well with your superpower there. Okay. You now enter the boss level, Blues. Okay, what was your team challenge? Okay, so for the boss level, your team challenge is to score inside the box. However, that person who scores has to be the person with the superpower in their hand. Okay, you guys, if you're still on the route that you're at presently, I would urge you to try and pick up both the superpowers that are lying on the pitch as soon as your team wins back possession of the ball, because that will definitely help you to try and get more success up there. Okay, ready to play?
You haven't got any squat. You haven't got any squat.
We're playing now, let's go, let's go, let's go! So they're on the boss level, which is just the hardest part of the game, the most complex problem. The boss level, I call it. The challenge is their team challenge, which I'd set them before, which they asked for, which was to score inside the 6-yard box. Yeah. However, it has to be the person holding the superpower that actually scores that goal.
Is that the boss level?
That's the boss level. It has. So in a video game, you have at the end of a level, you have like the hardest part of it. So if I give you Sonic as an example, when you got to the end, you then have to face like the big baddie who was like really difficult to beat, a really tough problem to solve.
I don't know about that.
Yes, that's all right.
That was
I love Subbute. We've got that upstairs now.
We've got a tournament. Very interactive though. We've got a tournament. I took it out. Have you got it?
Last minute! Last minute!
Get on the keeper, get on the keeper. Go.
30 seconds. Please, can you get that last boss level? Can you do it? Look at them throwing the power. Look at them now throwing the superpower to a teammate. Did you see that? They're now starting to understand how to best utilise that power. They realised there wasn't much time left, so they lobbed it to someone who was high up the pitch. What's it got to do with football? Yeah. From them? No.
Yeah.
Well, it's a match. I think they just see it as football, yeah. Yeah. The power, we need the power. Remember what the boss level is. Let's get a ball in, let's go to the last ball, Georgie. This is the last ball of the game. Right now. Where are the powers?
Jake down. Yeah. Take it.
No.
Jake.
Could have been a good ball there to the guy with the superpower as well. Time. And And time. Great work. Very, very good. Everyone come in. So, real close. So we're going to save the game at that point. Okay, so if I had the pleasure of coaching you again this time next week, we'll come back to this point in the game. Okay, because Blues, you haven't quite fulfilled the mission, have you? Because you didn't get past the boss level. And Yellows, you've still got the one bib, okay? However, at the end, the use of your superpowers was much better. You were picking up the power and you were running forward and you were trying to get down to the other side of the pitch, which is fantastic. You've both not opted to cheat. Why was that? Just out of interest? Go on.
Like when you win, you don't really feel like you've won when you've cheated.
Brilliant. Okay. Why else? Was there any other reasons from anyone else? Just out of interest. Do you think now Yellows, based upon the situation where you're on level 1 and the other team are on a higher level, do you think you might need to cheat?
Yeah.
Okay. So who would you have picked to join your team?
William.
Why would you have picked William?
Because he's fast and like, powerful. He's fast and powerful, and for this it's good because you get the bibs off by hitting the ball hard. Pretty much.
Okay. So that might have been a strategy to get success in terms of powering the ball into the back of the net. Good. Can I just also highlight Yellows? You know, you opted to change the game, but it was only until later you realised you actually thought of a better change.
Yeah.
Can you tell the other team what you wish you had have done?
Change sides. So then we were shooting that way.
Is it?
It would have been much better. If we switched sides, swap bibs. Swap bibs, so they would have been a higher level.
Because it was quite a lot easier to score in that goal, Blues, wasn't it?
Would we have had to like swap our bibs?
Yeah, we could have just done that quickly, yeah. Yeah. So if we were to play that again, you can think of all the different types of things that you might do next time. Yeah. Great work, guys. Thank you very much for having us. If you could take your bibs off, no problem, and just leave them on the side.
Thank you.
No worries. No problem. Good work. Good to see you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Coaches, we'll go straight back inside because I'm conscious that you've got another part of the session. Andrew's inside waiting for you, I think. Okay? We can talk about it inside.
And when they pick, so every time it stopped, you could choose one of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not the same one twice.
Yeah, it can't use the same
So
one
once you
twice.
use your cheat, you've only got the 2 left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that.
Do you want to help with anything, by the way?
No, I'll do it only because I'm conscious that Andy from Coach Logic is in the classroom waiting to talk with you. So yeah, I'll sort out the equipment. I don't want you to waste your time.
Thank you, because I've got to shoot.
Okay, no worries. No problem at all. No worries. Okay, see you later.
My contact is off we've got a all-day professional column, you know, like we do the Coach Association, we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we're setting up this year's one in June, and the whole thing we're sort of doing is it helps you out in the night, because it's never what you think, like you've got 2 goals.